Okay, today on stream, I did this crazy tier 17 rogue exile all flame, probably the craziest thing I've ever done. Now, if you've played Affliction League, then you know what crazy is, you know what crazy loot looks like, and we pretty much thought we would never see that again, and well, we were wrong. I was personally looking to reroll. I love my Hex Plus character, and I was looking for a nice mapper. I was getting the FOMO to do maps. I wanted to go try out the All Flames. I wanted to go do a fun mapping strategy, but I didn't know where I wanted to begin. So I started looking around, and I was talking to my buddy Shoto and some other people, and they pretty much pointed me to all the usual suspects, the Fub Guns, the Grin Rows, the Milkies, and, Red Vials. And I started testing and doing a bunch of different things. I really like Red Vials, and I like what he was doing with the Fractured Unique farming. And then I saw pretty much the tier 17 farming, and Fubgun was doing it, and I just kind of looked into that, and I talked to Shoto about it, and well, let me just say, I started doing this tier 17 farming. This has been out of control. I can barely even complete the maps. They are so damn difficult, it is not even funny, but I've managed to find 2 Mage Bloods, a Defiance of Destiny, and more loot than I even know where to begin with. So today I'm going to talk to you about the farming strategy, what I'm doing, what I'm attempting, why I need to reroll, and hopefully maybe you guys can give me some ideas. Now, I've spent a lot of time on stream talking about this. I spent time in the Discord talking about this. I'm still talking about this outside of filming this in the Discord, trying to find the best way to do things. I'm looking for a fun reroll. So if you guys have ideas for a cool reroll to do what you're about to watch, let me know, because I am all ears for something, because Hex Blast is not it. And you'll see. Essentially what we're doing is we're running tier 16 maps. We're looking for, on our tier 16 maps, the modifier that says rare and unique monster spawn tormented spirits on reaching low life. We're taking advantage of that with the all flames, and we're pretty much just going to town. Now our Atlas tree, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. We're doing the basic boxes. We have shrines because we're going to try to take advantage of shrines. We have scarabs because we're going to be taking advantage of farming scarabs. We have ritual because ritual adds a lot of natural monsters and a lot of rare monsters. The typical necropolis modifiers that give us more all flames, more corpses, more of that beautiful stuff that we like about the league. Beyond tormented spirits and rogue exiles. So here's the gist of what's going on. Here's how this works. On our map, we're putting all flames. Those all flames are for rogue exiles. Rogue exiles are unique monsters. Those unique monsters have a 200% increased chance to drop scarabs. When we kill unique monsters, they are going to produce tormented spirits. Those tormented spirits will not be able to go into anything. They can only go into us with Speaker of the Dead. If we get them in us and we're buffed, we're happy. If we don't get them in us, we're okay, because once again, they're also unique monsters, and we kill them for a really, really high chance at more scarabs. Now, all of this ties in together because we take a lot of extra quantity for possessed monsters and for tormented spirits. Rogue exiles themselves have a lot of quantity and a lot of loot that drops out of them. And overall, we're just taking advantage of all the nodes on the tree, like the beyond nodes that give us a lot of extra quant. We're increasing the map difficulty and the map modifiers. I could probably actually get rid of these, but I'm not going to. And overall, what we're doing is we're running this basic Atlas tree for all flames, rogue exiles, tormented spirits, and beyond. I know it's a lot, and I'm trying to think of all the different ways to explain it, and the best way to explain it is to actually show it to you and walk you through what's going on. So I'm going to talk to you about how to roll the map. I'm going to talk to you about what scarabs we're going to use. You've already seen the Atlas tree. I'm going to show you how difficult the map is, and then we're going to cut to a map that I was able to do like 80% of it. So I will struggle, fail, and show you 2 all flames, and then I will show you a map with 1 all flames. Essentially, I am playing Hex Blast the Cultist. Hex Blast is really good. I love my Hex Blast character a lot, and I am really, 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 really happy with it, but I need something that is a little bit better for what is going on and what I'm attempting to do. Okay, so the way this works is we have our map, and like I had mentioned, it has the mod on it, and the easiest way to find this mod, and I'll give you this little bit of regex code, is to type !Tor! If you have the POE regex and you know what you're looking for, essentially you just want to make sure that your map highlights with this mod on it. I have a map already rolled, but I'm going to show you guys. Tier 17 maps can be rolled with chaos orbs. It is the only way to roll these maps, and if you can roll these maps, you eventually want to try to find something you can do. Now you see this map is actually pretty doable, minus the 35% chaos resistance. I'd rather not. I'll probably try it and leave it alone. It makes it a little bit more difficult. When you roll these maps, something to look forward to and something to know about. These maps are really, really, really hard. So if you're a spell build and they have 100% spell suppression, maybe don't do the 100% spell suppression. If you're like me and you have a chaos build, the more I think about this, the more I'm like, yeah, I should probably roll off that and keep looking. You really want to spend time aggressively rolling these maps. Like this one, 100% reduced damage from crits. All I do is crit. That one's not going to work. Oh, this one is actually pretty sweet. This is like super doable. This one's like pretty free. It's D&D. That one's actually like pretty free. So yeah, you need to roll your maps. You need to make sure the map has rare unique monster spawn or tormented spirit on reaching low life. You need to check all of the other mods on it and make sure that it's okay. And as far as unique bosses are possessed, odds are we're not even touching the boss. If you can kill the boss, great. You get your fragment, you get your extra loot, and you're thrilled. But the reality of things is, if you're playing a build like mine and you're not super juiced or jacked and your character's not super strong, you're probably never going to make it to the boss. I'm just going to be like dead ass real with you. But anyways, let's talk about the map and what's going on. In our Atlas device, we are not going to be taking any of these. They just add difficulty to the map that we don't want to deal with. We're going to be using ambush because we want more strong boxes. We're going to be taking the Reliquary Scarab of Overlords. Essentially, this says unique monsters in your area drop additional unique item. That means every time we kill a rogue exile, they will drop an additional unique item outside of all the other stuff that's on them that gives us plenty of uniques. Those rogue exiles, when they get to low life, will spawn a ghost. That ghost is also unique, which will also drop another unique item. Goes hand in hand. This says unique monsters in the area create 8 to 12 additional beyond portals. So that means when I kill a rogue exile, I get a bunch of beyond portals that spawn a bunch of beyond rares, then I kill a bunch of beyond rares that spawn a bunch of ghosts, and I kill a bunch of ghosts that drop a bunch of rares and drop a bunch of uniques. And because we take this node, we will never, ever, ever spawn the beyond boss, so we will always have beyond on our map. Then we're going to pair it in the last two with more boxes. Just boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes. You see we have the tier 17 farm strat, which is this atlas that I keep showing you guys right here. And we're going to press activate on our map device. Ooh, dropped items with rarity are converted to Scarabs. I don't think I want to convert all of my items. So we're actually going to move that down. We're going to take pack 1 and pack 2. We're going to make them rogue exiles. We're going to move the harder mods to the bottom. And the convert mods, while they're really good, you really don't want to be converting your rogue exiles, as they're going to be dropping a lot of stuff. And we really don't want to convert all the loot that we're dropping to, I guess, Scarabs in this case. It'd probably be a ton of Scarabs, but it's okay. We're going to open our map and we're going to pretty much cross our fingers and pray for the best. Now note, my Hexblast character is not the best for mapping. This will be very difficult. I will die a lot. And like I said, this is a showcase of 2 all flames. If your character can't do it and you can do only one, do only one. But the difference in loot between 2 all flames and 1 is very, very, very noticeable. Dude, you can't help but laugh there. That is, man, you see firsthand what I mean. These maps are absolutely, positively no joke at all. And usually, while I do spend a lot of my time making content that is designed for players that are fairly newer and don't usually engage in this, there are a lot of people that are going to see this, a lot of people who are going to want to try this. And you know, it's cool aspirational stuff to like really aim for. Like I said, my character is not designed and or the best at all to be doing this, and I personally fully plan on re-rolling just to be able to do this because it's so much loot. And like, we haven't even like gotten anywhere yet in this map, and you could just hear tons and tons and tons of loot that's just dropping everywhere. I have seen some of the cooler builds that have been able to do it. I've watched a little bit of Flubgun do it. I've seen some other players do it, and you know, I don't know if it's better to do a headhunter build that capitalizes off the beyond and just gets ramping, or if it's better to do like some KB build or the detonate dead build. I don't honestly know what the best build is for this, or like what avenue we're supposed to be taking, and I'm really hoping one of you guys who knows about this and is running this has some really good insight on like a really nice ideal build to be doing this. Now, the big reason why we do the tier 17 maps is tier 17 in itself just has a ton, and I mean a ton of extra quant, a ton of extra rarity on it. Just, you know, you just get way more, and it's a huge noticeable difference between 16 and 17. And outside of that, we can't get this tormented mod that's on the map outside of tier 17. So like, you just see there's just so many ghosts, and every time I kill a ghost, you could just hear them dropping loot, and you see that ghost right there spawn a bunch of beyonds. This guy, you know, this thing, you know, it's ghosted already. It just insta kills you, and it's just a really, really, really crazy experience. I don't actually think that my character is going to make it very far in this map. I would be really, really, really shocked if I did. But like I said, I do have a video. We'll cut to it in a second. And it really showcases the difference between 2 all flames and 1 all flames, how much loot that you'll naturally see coming out of the map. And it'll give you guys an idea of just like the biggest difference between the 2 versus the 1, and why you should really be pushing to add as many of the extra all flames as you can to the map. Now, I have talked to other players before recording this, and some people had mentioned to use the Scarab for Monster's Treasure. Pretty much. Oh, what the heck is that? Chayula. That's pretty cool. There is a Scarab that you can use that will just actually put all of the mobs inside of strong boxes, and it'll give you a lot of free range to have a little bit more wiggle room in your maps. You won't have to stress as much. You can open up the boxes in jet, and you'll be able to do a lot more things. The big problem with that I've noticed is you don't get as many all flames, and you don't get as many, or if any, use out of the ritual. So that is a line. If these maps are too hard and you're looking for a way to make them easier, I would say you can unspec out of ritual nodes, and you could put those nodes towards something else, and you can put all of the mobs into strong boxes, and that'll make things okay. We got another swing. Can you imagine that we just never get to it now? The anticipation, the build up. I want to know what it is. I mean, if we lose the Chayula Scarab, we lose the Chayula Scarab, right? But what if it's something really, really cool? What if it's like a mirror? What is that? What is that? What is that? Scarab of the Bloodlines? Ooh, that one's sweet. Now you see we killed that, and look at all the Beyond guys that are spawning. It's crazy. Yeah, I gotta reroll, man. I need a better mapping character. This is why when I told people I was playing Hex last, I was like, no. This character is 100% Sanctum only, and it's probably gonna live more in Sanctum until I can get gear. Oh, these maps are so fun. These are crazy. All right, let's see if we can get the Chayula one before we die here. Nice. There we go. Yeah, if you can get anywhere near through these maps, or anywhere close to like any sort of more than 10% of these maps, like the amount of money that you make doing these maps is out of this world. And I really encourage you guys, if you guys have a build that can do it, to just, this is probably going to be one of the best farming strategies of the league, unless they nerf all flames, which I, honest to God, man, I don't know how. I know somebody's not going to want to hear this, but I have no idea how all flames exist in the state that they do. they're just way too good. They really, really, really are. They're out of control. They're absolutely out of control. There's like also like not a world ever where like all flames ever survive, right? There's like not a world ever where all flames survive, right? like they're never staying in the game. They're just too crazy. But yeah, man, these are these maps. I I'm really curious to see how far I can make it. Yeah, I like I had mentioned, I was doing this with as much struggle as you're watching right now, and I managed to find 2 Mage Bloods and a Defiance of Destiny doing this, plus all kinds of random Scarabs like you guys see now, and all kinds of other loot, and you know, it's pretty wild. Just the sheer amount of stuff that you see is crazy, but yeah, no, that map was just gonna be undoable. But I do have a map prepped up. We'll cut over to that, and you guys will see what it'll look like, and you'll notice very quickly when watching the difference between 2 all flames and 1 all flame. But like I said, if you guys have ideas for a really cool build, or you have questions about this farming strategy, or you have ideas that it can maybe amplify this, or you have other things that you want me to try and test, please don't hesitate to leave a like, a comment down below. Join the Discord, come by the live streams. I'm going to be working on this character and probably just like face rolling myself into, you know, dying a million times trying to run these maps and build up a small build of currency. And then I'm going to look for something cool to re-roll to, because I really like this farming strategy a lot, and it's something I could see myself doing for a really long time this league, assuming all flames exist and they don't spike out of control and become way too expensive. But for now, friends, let's cut over to that clip. Let's show you guys what the map looks like. There's going to be deaths again because it's a Hex Blast the Cultist, but you know what? The map is fun. It's a really good time. And for now, friends, I'll see you all on the next one.